actually got myself ready. The pain of having real glasses. The pain of having real glasses that break. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pause 1 second. I gotta fix my glasses. So, yeah, interesting story. I actually do wear these. These are real. These are not part of the cosplay. I have terrible vision. I also have terrible glasses. For some reason, every, like, so often my glasses just, like, I can just show you. Well, sort of. Can you see? Like, they just pop out. Like, I don't know why, but, like, I've got this lens problem. Don't buy these. You see this? Don't buy this. Make sure it's an actual, like, thing. Because these are the worst. It's so cute. I need to read it. Yes. And both. Is this your first Asagao route? No. I was gonna say it's like this is my. Here, actually, let me give you a little tour of my life real quick. If that question was towards me, of course, like because I think I would think it was. It might be for everybody, but let me just. So I have a channel that I am 1/3 of. It's me and my two bros, and the reason that I even started it was because I wanted to review Asagao, and I have played every route. That is my review for Asagao Academy. Like I played every route and I got so many bad endings, but I got great endings too, and neutral endings. Like I plan to do 100%. Like I plan to 100% this game at some point in the near future. Actually, for this stream maybe. But there's a lot of interesting ships out there. Like I was part of some, what is it called, controversial ships. So like I scale on pretty normal ships to like a lot of people don't like ships, but I don't. My biggest rule about like OTPs and stuff, we don't have to be fans of the same stuff. Like we could even like just be like, oh, I don't like that one. Like it doesn't matter. Just as long as we have respect for each other's ships. Well, just everything in general. Like that's just the number rule of everything. Just don't be rude, basically. Your OTP doesn't mean like that you're something terrible, whatever. Like example, if you're into like I have friends that are like super against Joker and Harley because it's like, oh, it's an abusive relationship and like I can't stand it that people can be into this or whatever. But it doesn't mean that people that are into it are the abusive type or the people are that those people want to be abused or anything. It's just what they like. OTP, in my opinion, what it just means is that that's like your number one, like what you like artwork wise or what you see as like the canon route and like stuff like that. That's how I see it. It's like it doesn't even have to be like super romantic. Like it could be like I just imagine them being like going on dates or whatever. That's my OTP, they go on dates or whatever. Or it could be like, oh, I imagine them getting married and having kids and all this big life stuff or whatever. That could be your OTP. I think it's just think of OTP as a short, what is it called? Apostrophe? No. That word. Abbreviation, I think, for basically two people that somebody loves to see together. That's the best way I think to put it. Ship who you want. It's like, and if you don't want to do shipping, you don't have to. Like a fandom just for the fandom. Or like a game or a show or a book just because you like it. You don't even have to be part of the fandom. Like, I enjoy Attack on Titan, but the fandom wins. Same thing with Undertale. Undertale did the same thing. It's like, there's just a lot of fandoms I don't like being a part of, but, like, I still like the series, or I still like the game, or I still like some parts of it, I shut the door and... Sorry, my cat gave me a high five. I don't know. Kitty, the cat is staring into my soul, dude. Are you staring into people's soul? Why do you look angry? What's your issue? But, Kitty, I send you pets to the screen. Gotta give you pets. It was sent. Oh, scratchies. Oh, I'm doing scratchies. Okay. We entered the kitchen, which was completely empty, as expected. Shane and I put on aprons, not about to get gunk on our incredibly expensive uniforms. I love that the way that they drew this, because that apron is way too short for him. I'm gonna finally read this again. All right. How about tea sandwiches? How British of you. But that doesn't sound too bad. I want to do something to make it special, though. Something like... I can't do too much. Baking our own bread. You don't happen to know where these are, do you, Shane? I pointed at the words in the book. Shane stroked his chin. Alright. Caraway seeds? Hang on. I hope that's how you say that. Back to Shane. Yeah, back to Shane. Shane dove into a tall cupboard, pushing aside whatever sat in his way. Okay. Bags of chocolate chips and nuts were pressed against each other like sagging pillows. Flours and oils were shifted side to side, nearly pulling out from their containers. Puffs of powder bloomed out of the cupboard and painted the counter. No, the entire area around Shane Tokum white. I closed my eyes as a cloud of flour hit me, dusting the words of the open cookbook, filling the air with its nothing smell. Shane peeped from the pantry cupboard and looked at my powdered face, presenting a tiny plastic shaker. Ta-da! Caraway seed. They're smaller than I thought. All that for this little thing? With the side of my hand, I swept through the flour resting on a cookbook pages and flung it at Shane's forehead. The blast of white wind struck him in the face. He cringed, recoiled, and shook around, all with a hint of a sneeze coming on. Quit overreacting, you turd. Look at the mess you made. Shane turned, surveying the hand and footprints he left in the flour. Whoops. We both took a huge breath, beaming at each other. Then I reached in for the pan, but as I gripped it, I underestimated its length. I lifted it to the stovetop, my wrist tilted towards the pan. I hardly had time to react before Shane took the pan from my grip, rescuing me from a more serious burn. Ouch! Okay. How's your hand? Shane gingerly removed my oven mitt and examined my hand. I wiggled my fingers and smiled at him. It stings a little, but I'm more upset because it looks like you caught me. Red-handed. Shane closed his eyes. My grin grew even wider. Despite his best effort, their strange chuckle smuggled its way out of him. You know, he grabbed my hand and wagged it in the direction of the oven. I can throw this thing back in there if you really want. No, that won't be necessary. I'm sorry. I rinsed my hand under cold water and Shane examined the bread in the oven. Shane walked over to some of the unused flour, plopped his hand into it, walked back over to me, and smacked me on the forehead.
Yeah.
We can still eat it. We'll just have really thin sandwich pieces. A smile slid over his face. I couldn't help but smile back. As I brought the cookie sheet to the stove, Shane started licking the wooden spoon clean of raw cookie dough. Not quite what I asked for, but good enough. As I watched, he scooped the remainder of the dough out of the bowl and plopped it into his mouth. I watched him eat about 5 cookies worth of dough. It was time to act. Stop eating the dough, you pizza!
What?
What did you just call me? He stuck an entire raw cookie directly from the baking sheet into his mouth. It's a term we use here to address people like you. You're a pizza. A piece of shit. I bobbed his cheek with a wooden spoon, still covered in dough, and splattered onto his face. Now let's get these things in the oven. Let me go have a look. Don't worry, I'll take them over. I lifted the tray in my mitted hands. Hana! I stepped forward onto a patch of water that had splashed out of the sink. My foot slid, my eyes widened.